The world of insurance, the size of it in the world is about $5 trillion. It is almost 10% of the world GDP, twice that of India's GDP. But claims happen, and they all have to come to us for claims, being the largest, the oldest, the most well-established company. We're going to run through some of these slides. If you look at it very simplistically, we have about 9,000 employees in about 80 countries. We have over 50,000 what we call as field resources. We can touch upon this. This is the Uberization of claims. And then we are 70s when the slide was prepared. We're actually 80 plus now. And then we process $14 billion of claims across the globe. Any major disaster you see, for example, the BP oil spill, for example, the Philadelphia fire, a barge in Houston that collapses and blocks the Houston shipping channel. For example, the earthquake in California yesterday. I can go on and on. It could be a car accident in Novi. It could be a workers' comp claim, a slip and fall in a McDonald's. It's across the board. The other is, if you just look at our end-to-end solutions, we start with the first notice of loss. You had a car accident, you have a 1-800 number, you call somebody. It could be Allstate, it could be State Farm, it could be USAA, it could be AIG. It all comes to us across the board. And all of these steps that you see eventually results in a claim being processed. I have had the opportunity to run more than one company, as well as create more than one company. I'm truly blessed. Guess why? It runs in our blood. We are righteous. We control businesses, we grow businesses. And the first thing I did here was something very simple when we took over the company. The mission, the vision, and the values of the company. And if you look at our mission there, it's very simple. You might think you're in the claims business. Ladies and gentlemen, you are restoring and enhancing lives, businesses, and communities. It could be your car accident. It could be a hurricane that goes through Denver. It could be helping a number of victims in an earthquake. It could be your office caught on fire and you have a business interruption claim. That first word, restoring, we came up with our values. Restore, respect, empowerment, sustainability, training, one Crawford, recognition, and entrepreneurial spirit. In any business you do, think through the mission, the vision, as well as the values. Once that is crystal in your mind, every action you take, you will continue to enhance your mission, vision, and values. In fact, we do this for businesses, and as I was walking up here, and by the way, my wife is the only one who knows that I'm not simple and I'm quite complicated. So she might disagree with Mr. Nagendra as well as Mr. Shankar Shetty. But the point here is, I think we need to have this for each of our families. What is our mission, what is our vision, and what are our values? And I think it's very critical. This orchestrated a massive cultural change across the organization to such an extent that every family member of every family knows the mission, vision, and values to that degree across the 80 countries. I'm going to give you an example of a hurricane we dealt with, Hurricane Michael, 2018. This interestingly happened in Georgia. The losses were between 4.5 and $8 billion, 700 million in Georgia alone. We have a catastrophe service division called Crawford CAD. We set up an induction center in Atlanta in 24 hours. Get ready for this. I am working at Crawford. Suddenly there is a CAD event. My spouse gets activated with other spouses to go to the CAD to join the induction center to start receiving phone calls. Every employee, spouse, children, relatives are trained and welcome to come in and help the company in a maximum urgency event. So the company stretches on all sides. And we have 1,600 adjusters continuously around, and in that particular case in the United States. We have thousands around the globe. Let's just see the video here. Hopefully it will play. There we go. And volume. You might want to put it on mute and get the volume up. So while he's getting that set up, as you can see the kind of disasters. As of the union budget, as of last night, this morning, the government of India has announced 100% FDI, foreign direct investment, into the insurance sector. So we already have a joint...
2018 was...
Go ahead, please. Do not...
Particularly active hurricane season. The Crawford Catastrophe Services employees and adjusters worked around the clock responding to hurricanes Florence and Michael. We asked a few of them what they loved about their work. Here's what they told us.
The thing I love most about being a storm supervisor is the obvious choice would be to restore property. As a claims adjuster, that's what we do. But I think it goes a lot deeper than that. We're restoring relationships with carriers, and we're restoring confidence in the adjuster itself. Typically, an insured may have a preconceived idea of what an adjuster is. And when we get out there and we understand we're there to help them through the process, that tends to restore that relationship that they have with their carrier, which is our client. So I think it goes a lot deeper than just property. We're there to restore confidence. We're there to restore faith, if you will, in the whole process of claims.
I'm going to give you two quick examples. The first is we had a hotel in St. Martin as well as in Will. These are luxury boutique hotels that got destroyed with the hurricanes that came in about 2 years ago. Now, we could not reach either hotel. One is in French territory, the other is in British territory in the Caribbean. What do you think happened when the hurricane came in? The Brits and the French evacuated in a hurry and disappeared. Common for European nations to do that. Now, what gets better is, it is wide-scale looting on the islands. So our adjusters cannot even go on the islands. We initiated several of our 2,200 drones that were flying off boats in the Caribbean. They took photos of the hotel and video, and guess what we saw? Local gangs looting room by room, electronics, paintings, and furniture. We were able to video all this, send it to the insurance company, get the claim process. At the same time, our own staff goes and rebuilds the hotel. We have the largest contracting network on the globe. We have 7,000 general and specialty contractors. Shockingly, surprisingly, not a single Indian contractor. Not because we have not blocked the Indians, because as we all know, you can't block each other. But Indians have gravitated heavily to IT, they've gravitated heavily to restaurants, they've gravitated heavily to hotels. There are a plethora of businesses that are available that that Indians can invest, particularly Vaishyas. We are the largest in the space. Guess how many competitors we have just in the United States? In excess of 2,000 companies, of which 500 started less than 2 years ago, each one having a revenue of $10 to $20 million like that. The biggest raw material in this business is civil engineers. You need civil engineers to be able to do precise geometry to come out with the cost of the claim. Now, how many of you can read civil engineers in India? Think about it, just for a minute. These are very easy businesses to begin with. The second example of a claim, unfortunately, my wife and I have been blessed with multiple leaks in our house. It comes straight through the roof as it rains. Our builder must have been very special. But guess what? Within the hour, a contractor is alerted, and immediately these contractors show up, they mitigate the claim, and immediately go and report it to State Farm, Allstate, Chubb, whoever your policy holders. We now have water sensors moving into homes. It is under commodes, it is in hidden places. You're in India, gone for a month. If there is a leak, it immediately triggers to the carrier, to Crawford and the contractor to take care of that water leak immediately. We now have something called Claim Genius. You have a car accident in Nova, or in Edison, New Jersey, or in Alpharetta, Georgia. Immediately there is somebody who shows up, because we have 50,000 people roaming around the United States. They are called the Uber drivers of claims. They show up faster than the cops, take photographs at all angles. That is then sent through an app. It goes all the way to India. In the city of Nagpur, artificial intelligence goes through and analyzes and says this is an accurate MDX